Every now and then, I reminisce about the stupid shit I've done in the past. Some of it was good, and others bad. You know how Sour Patch Kids are sweet and sour? Well, today we're not gonna get to the sweet part. Everything's just gonna be sour from here on out. So I thought I'd share with you some of the bad memories I've had in Wizard 101. I've only ever been suspended a couple of times throughout my 12 or so years playing Wizard 101. Some were because I actually used foul language like what a middle schooler would use. I mean, who hasn't said the word crap and replaced it with crop, or shit with the word sheet? Honestly, to be fair, I shouldn't have used those words on a quote-unquote kids game. But anyway, getting back to the point here. The longest time I've ever been suspended for was 1 month. So you might be wondering why that long and what kind of stupid thing did you do to deserve it? I actually talked about this on stream for a little bit. By the way, come stop by. I'd love to see you there, both Twitch and YouTube. This was when Dragon Sparrow was considered the final world, and I was farming for this pet called the Iodine Ricola Spectre from a boss called the Gurtok Demon. The boss was wide open for anyone to join, sort of like a world boss, except it was stationary all the time. And it didn't really serve much of a purpose for the story. As luck would have it, being in a crowded realm full of people, it didn't bode well for me. So obviously people would join from time to time. I didn't really have a problem with that, but then out of nowhere I get a couple reports from people trying to be funny, sort of like a crowd heckling a comedian. At first I just got a warning, and then maybe a few hours later I got hit with a 30-day suspension. I didn't really know what warranted 30 days to be exactly, but I didn't spend all that time in the doghouse with my thumb up my ass, that's for sure. No, I played Roblox for a month. After I got released, I continued the grind, and I eventually got that pet that troubled me so much. Unfortunately, I don't have the email to that for some odd reason, maybe because it's been quite some time, but I still remember it very well. The only thing that my email did keep though were a couple suspensions and conversations I had with KingsIsle support. Back in the day, we had crown pets where you either had to shell out 10 or 20 bucks to buy it or hatch it out with gold for a chance to get it from another person. These days, the game just hands these pets out like candy from multiple sources. So since pets were hard to get, I usually asked around for a hatch with one of them. One day I asked someone, I think his name was David, to hatch with a pet called the Stormzilla. He said to me he would hatch if I gifted him an item from the crown shop. Now, me being my old gullible kid self at the time trusted this person. This was before the land of time where I learned the world was not just sunshine and rainbows, but also a playground for organ harvesters, drug traffickers, and poachers. The list goes on, but you get the point. So I gifted him the item, and immediately after that, he put me on ignore and logged out. I realized right then and there I've been played like a fiddle. That was the first time I ever got scammed, so I learned 2 valuable lessons that day. Never trust a man named David to deliver the goods, and to be cautious. This one is relatively recent in memory, but about 3 or 4 years ago I remember starting my YouTube channel, and I would just constantly self-promote myself on Reddit and Wizard101 Central. Looking back, that's probably the most shameful thing I've done, and it was quite possibly the worst way you could grow a channel. And I mean that. After a while though, I kinda stopped self-promoting, and I never looked back. Nowadays, I just do my own thing for fun. The realization that people on your list don't play anymore is something I usually don't think about, because for the most part I play alone. However, I used to remember my friends list always being populated and there were always people online. But now it's a ghost town. Seemingly, as the years went by one by one, they all packed their bags and left. Some simply just disappeared, and others deserted it, until eventually I was the only one there. I know it's not exactly a bad memory, and it's more like a sad one, but I thought it could still apply here. I don't know what kept me playing Wizard 101 or to make videos for that matter. Maybe I thought somebody out there might remember me or come back, if I stayed long enough. Luckily, I still have my friend Anna. That came back, so that's one happy memory that I can leave on a high note for this video. Anyway, that's really all I had to say for this video. Was there anything that you had bad memories about? Comment down below. It doesn't necessarily have to be from Wizard 101. It could be from anything. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribing is just a click away. But with that, take care and see you guys.